This is Toddy from Toddy's Little Nook, and I'm so glad that you're here again to join me on my journey as I read 12 books. That's one book a month, physical copy, as a way to slow down, kind of take some time, and get into reading again as a form of self-care. If you're new here, stay a while, pull up a chair, get you something to drink, because we like to talk about books here. And today we are going to do the March book reveal. But before we do that, I just want to say that I have been slow with content this month, but I really wanted to get you guys out some good information about what has been going on. So what happened is in January, I read the first book, which is Moon Call by Patricia Briggs. I did a review on that book, so please look down in the description of this video and you will find a link to that videos if you would like to watch it. And currently I'm reading City of Bones by Cassandra, Clare. And yeah, I was a lot behind schedule, but I am really getting into the book and it's good. So I cannot wait to review that book for you. I will the last day of February. You know, for February only has 28 days this year. So I will do that review on that day. But today we are going to get into what is going to be the book for March. So if you're joining again, and for all the new people, I just want to let you know that what happened was the first book, Moon Called, I had already read a long time ago, and that was a reread. I also have read City of Bones, and as a book to screen, a huge book to screen fan, I watched Shadowhunters, the TV series, when it was out years ago. Really good TV series, by the way, recommend. So I was excited to get into this book again, but I also was kind of like, oh my goodness, like I want to read a new book or, something that was hot back in the day, but I never got to read it. But you know what? I believe everything happens as it is meant to be. So we are going to work with it. And again, I am enjoying reading that book. I'm actually annotating or like taking notes this time. And there's just so much there. I can't wait to share it with you. Now, without further ado, it is time to find out what we will be reading together, hopefully, and discussing in the month of March. Can you guys believe we're already heading into spring? Well, let me just tell you this, depending on where you live, it might still be snow, rain, a lot of uncomfortable weather, but hopefully by the time we get into this March book, things will have settled down. Okay, so drum roll, please. Let me open this. This one is kind of sealed really tightly. Get a little nervous. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's excitement. Okay, so this is yet another dummy book, which is what we're calling the books that I didn't fit in there, so I had to put a little book in the name. Okay, third book that I already read, and that's okay. I think there's something here. And when I read through these books, I am looking to see if they are classics that stand the test of time. So please check out my rating system inside of the description. But, oh, girl, that's not the book. This is Kindred. So, Octavia Butler, if you're here and you're a huge speculative fiction fan and you love a good time travel, then you've already probably read Kindred. Octavia Butler is was a well-known author of African descent, African American, I believe, who wrote books with those type of characters in a speculative fiction manner. And of course, she's not the only one, but she's definitely a premier name. And for many of us, like myself, who actually write fantasy, closet writer, hoping to do more with that in this year and to come. She's definitely an inspiration, especially when these kind of books have been marginalized or often characters of color are not prioritized or consumed for whatever reason, for many reasons that we know that are socio-political, for reasons that people sometimes are like, oh, they can't relate or they're not interested. And so when you are a avid reader of color, or anybody who likes to consume diverse fiction and other kind of books, to have these kind of characters are just, they're just everything. They mean so much. So I am so honored to get back into one of Miss Butler's world again. And so I am going to kind of pull that right now, see if yep, we have Kindred right here. Hey. So I'm pretty sure when I read it in the past, I think I've read it twice. I'm pretty sure one time I got it from the library and then another time on Kindle, but I actually went out and got the physical copy because remember, there's just something amazing about taking the time out, and it has been challenging. So just giving you an update on my back to book challenge, back to books challenge. It has been uh really a test in time management and prioritizing reading and not getting consumed in my daily life. So it hasn't gone always the best way or the way I wanted it, but in January I was able to finish Moon Called on time. I expect to do the same with City of Bones, and then we will head into Kindred. And talking once again about book to screens, I heard that Kindred was a television series, so I'm going to seek that out as well, and maybe I'll bring you a video regarding watching that show if I get the chance. But for now, we're going to dig into this book after we're done City of Bones and keep this train moving. I also want to say to you guys, if you are interested in any of this, please like this video, please subscribe to the channel and share it with others. I would love to have a discussion inside the comment sections, or to hear what you guys are thinking about these books, especially if you are a new reader or you are a younger generation reader and you may not have come across these books before, or they were not recommended to you. As someone who has read a lot for many years since I was a young girl, I realized that especially if you read in a specific genre, you will read this, it will start to seem like you're reading the same thing and you might get a little bit of fatigue. I know I did. For a couple of years I had stopped reading reading books on, or I would go back and read my faves. And I promise you, that's not what's going on here. I put these titles in because after I was doing like a lot of research on what was popular there, this was like a list that I came up of the top ones, but I did not plan to reread books. Now, I have a little bit more knowledge of Kindred than I have the other two books. Like, for example, Moon Called I read one time and I never picked up the rest of the series or read it again. So it was like not reading it new, but definitely like some things that I had forgot or I hadn't noticed. When it's coming to City of Bones, again, I read the book and I also watched the TV series, so I had a little bit more knowledge. But this one, I know this one pretty well, and I'm still ready to get back into it to see if this classic stands the test of time. I already have my opinion about whether it does, but we're going to go back in again and see that. So I thank you guys once again for stopping by. I really appreciate y'all. I know y'all out there. I see you out there. But if you would stop by, drop a line, words of encouragement, things that you noticed or you like, that would be wonderful. Okay? So until the next time.